All right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman's Studio and welcome back to the Transformation Donation. Now, I'm going to give you a little recap before we get started. This is Angel, he's in the chair, he's ready to donate, but let's just do a little recap of what we did last week. So we had Chris in, who wanted that kind of Henry Cavill look, and he donated 15 inches. So that gave the grand total of 336 inches. Now, I'm getting terrible at guessing these inches, but I'm getting a bit closer. Now I think we're going to have, depending on what we do, we could have a good amount of hair to donate here. So, Angel, what is the plan, mate? What are we doing?
Well,
sorry. Do you want to spin the wheel?
Transformation donation.
Do you want to spin the wheel?
I think I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass? No problem, mate. I will move the wheel out of the way.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. Don't listen, you're brave enough just coming in. This is extra brave, this one. Yeah. So, what are you thinking then, mate? What's the plan?
I was thinking something like a modern mullet.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Where it's kind of a bit longer through the top and through the back.
Okay, yeah, sound, yeah. Okay, cool. Can I just have a little look at something?
Yeah.
Because I've noticed your sideburns are quite short. Can I have a quick look? Have you got an undercut?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, right. Let's have a little look at this then, okay. Right. Okay. It's not too high. Modern mullets are quite cool because we've got a lot of scope with a modern mullet. We can create this mullet however we want to create it because any length at the back becomes a modern mullet, right? I just think though, because of how short this is through here and it looks overgrown clipped, because you can see where like it's kind of like just a bit messy. Now, that's probably not long enough for me to leave looking natural. Okay. Because if I pull it away and I start cutting into the neckline under here, that's going to sit very sparsely over. I don't know how that would look because then we've got to kind of blend that into something going on up here. So I think if we're going to do a modern mullet, I would probably say, do you want to do skin on the sides or do you want to keep a little bit of length in it? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm fine with whatever you think is best. I think if we kind of like...
Would you be okay with skin or would you prefer like a one or a half or something?
Like a 1 or a half would be preferred.
Through here would be okay. You tell me because I'll make it work. Okay. So all right. So if we did say a 1, then you can tell me if you want to go shorter on the sides. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay. Well, that will help darken this bit here because it's about. I reckon that's probably about 1 inch. Again, my inches. Right. Maybe a half an inch. I don't know. Sure. But the more scalp exposure we can get here, the darker that can look. So we can disguise that undercut, right? Perfect. I think. I reckon through the back. Let me just show the camera this, right? So it's kind of like, it is an undercut, but it's not too high, is it? It's really, if it was a little bit lower, it wouldn't be an issue, right? But at the end of the day, let's be honest, it is cut into the neckline. Now the problem with mullets, the neckline or with the perimeter, as I call it, is kind of where the mullet becomes a mullet, right? I think if we're gonna modernize it though, I think we do the mullet where we actually shape the neckline with the trimmers. So we put like, let me give you an example, right? See the way the neck is shaped? Now, forget the skin, forget the burst fade. See the way the neck's shaped up there? Yeah. That instantly shows you there's more length at the back. And I think we could do that with your neckline. And then I could blend that length at the bottom here into something going on through the back. Yeah. So it might be maybe a slightly shorter mullet because I've just got to blend that inch into something. So I reckon we could probably keep a good amount of length through the back. Maybe not the same as the top, but I think we could definitely keep some length through the back. So it's a little bit shorter than the top, but it still creates that modern mullet look. Would you be all right if I did something like that with the neckline?
Yeah, mate, honestly, that sounds perfect. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, great. Perfect. Okay. And then the top, how do you want to style the top? What are you thinking?
The top, I was thinking maybe something like a middle split, something along those lines.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
All right, cool. Yeah, sweet. Let's do that then. And then I think by doing more of a modern mullet, we can donate more hair. Because the worry I have every time someone comes in with an undercut is that we have to leave a little bit more in. So we have to like measure out whatever the undercut is and keep that into the extended bit of donation of donated hair. So I think we can get away with taking a fair amount off. So you're going to make it on the board. As long as we get 9 inches, mate, we're okay. So again, it's not about, you're not going to make it to top. But not many people are at the moment because Kieran was just the Goliath of hair donation, right? But as long as you get on the board, we can add it to our total. So I think that's the main thing, is adding the inches to our total. So if you're okay with that, I'll take off the amount that we need to still do the nice haircut and still donate. Are you okay with that?
I am perfectly fine with that, yeah.
Amazing. Awesome, man. Sweet. This is the type of client that I like. Just open. Let's give this a go, mate. All right. Right, well, let's get you gowned up. Let's get your hair tied up. and we'll start this challenge. All right, mate?
Perfect, mate.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
So what's made you decide to come along and do the transformation donation then, mate?
I think I saw you doing Sunny, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You did Sunny's haircut, and I saw that you were donating it.
Yes.
And it just kind of got me thinking about cutting it. And I was like, yeah, why not? Let's apply. And when kind of Liam got back to me and replied, I didn't expect it. But I was like,
Wow.
okay, I'm in it now.
Yeah.
I've got to commit. And I kind of had a look at what I wanted and
Nice.
kind of decided to commit to it.
And we're here now.
We're here now.
Yeah. I'm giving you pigtails. It's all real now, mate.
It's getting real, yeah. When the scissors comes out.
Oh, mate, that's when the scissors come out. When you hear that snip, you'll be like, oh, damn.
I do a bit of acting, and I also do hospitality stuff
Oh, okay.
as like a side gig to support myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess
You got headshots.
I do, yeah.
Are you going to have to get new headshots?
I will.
You will, won't you?
That would be. I don't want to think about that.
I've heard my haircuts can change things, mate, so you never know. You might get this new haircut, do a headshot, land your massive role, mate, and it'll all be down to me. You never know, mate.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
I'm just trying to take some sort of credit here, mate, you know what I mean? Right, man, before we start, do you have any last requests?
No.
No?
I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
Yeah? All right, cool, man.
Let's get it off.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
100%?
100%. No going back.
No going back, man. Yeah. Nice.
It's done.
There we go. Bit wonky, but it's all right. Right, man. So, I'm going to play a game with you all now. We all know it by now. But it's called How Many Inches Is It?
Let's find out.
I can't wait for AI just takes my voice and adds me to all sorts of videos. Right, so we've got 10 seconds. Okay, everyone at home? I'm starting the timer. Go. How many inches do you think it is?
I'm going to say
Come on, 5 seconds.
12.
12.
14 and a half.
16. Done.
Well, it could have been longer if I
think
came
so.
in a year ago. It was even longer.
Was it?
Yeah.
Liam, why didn't we think of it a year ago, mate? Oh well, you still got enough left to donate. That's the main thing, right? So what we're going to do, I'm going to give it a shampoo condition. Let's start. All right?
Perfect.
So, Angel's hair, shampoo, condition. Now we're going to start seeing what it looks like when it's wet and how it dries. So you can see we're going to get a bit of movement in this, quite a lot of movement. Maybe slightly different to the finish on that picture though. It is a lot more like my hair. I think you're going to get a lot more wave and stuff, I think, in yours.
That's good.
Which would be nice, yeah, 100%. I saw a couple of wavy ones you were skipping past. So, but the main thing we need to do first is get the tapered mullet in. That's the biggest thing. The top we know we can do. The top is already there. Obviously, better version what we'll create, but you can already kind of see what we're going to create on the top, right? Now, we want to get this mullet in. So I'm going to start by popping a horseshoe section into the hair, and then we're going to start concentrating on building up that shape to the back. And that way we know we're working with symmetry into the top then. So when we come to transition from the sides into the top, we get a lovely, perfect, symmetrical transition, which is what we want. Right, there we go. So that's in for me. That is nice and symmetrical. I'm very happy with that. Now I'm going to start with the sides, okay? So I'm going to start working. I'm going to work this angle to start to kind of blend in that undercut, and I'm going to work like this. I'm going to work from this angle straight, okay? And then I'm going to get a little bit more taper towards the bottom. I'm going to pull this down, because I'm going to use the undercut as the guide. So you can see I put that there. There's my guide underneath. I'm just trying to connect in what we've already got. You want to keep this taper nice and low as well. That angle starts to change slightly. Higher up we get. And bring this back down. Again, trying to preserve length, okay? This is where we pull a little bit higher up, more outwards now. And we find our guide underneath. There we go. But on the angle of the fingers, we're still creating that connection into the undercut. See, so we're creating that taper. By doing our fingers, it's creating where we want the taper to be. Now, straight on. And angle this in a touch more as well. Actually, I'm going to do that one again, Liam. I'm going to take that section again, okay? Pull this around. I'll look for a guide that I want to use. There we go, I'm going to use that guide there. That's the length I want to go to. Cut straight down. So we still want to leave a nice bit of length in the back so we can show off the mullet, show off the length, the texture and everything else. But we've also still got to connect in that undercut somewhere as well. So I think that is a nice length actually, through the back. Because then it allows the focus to be on the front too, but also allows me to still use that nape as the modern mullet. So, Angel, how did you end up with your long hair then, mate?
Well, I started growing it out in COVID, actually.
In COVID? Oh, wow.
Yeah, over
nice.
the lockdown when everything was shut.
So you didn't get one of those illegal haircuts then, mate? No?
Well, my dad tried, actually. Pretty sure that was illegal.
Did your dad watch the videos by any chance?
Well, I haven't told him that I'm going to be doing this.
Oh, haven't you?
No.
Oh, nice.
Haven't told pretty much no one, and then it slipped out the other day with my friends. So
No.
a few of them know. Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my mum after this and see how she reacts.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
I talked to her earlier. She didn't suspect a thing.
Nice. Well done, mate. Well done. So COVID was the sort of the catalyst to having the longer hair, or was it just it just helped you grow it? Did you have any plan to grow it beforehand?
I didn't have a plan, but I did kind of find myself wanting to see what it would be like, you know.
Yeah.
What I would be like with long hair.
What you'd look like with long hair, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're pulling down on the angle that we're looking for. Lift it up. There's a guide. You can work into that, like so. Okay, just using the eye where I want to go. Pull that down. There's my guide sitting through the hair. It's wet, you can see it. And then match up to that corner there. Graduated to there. Next thing, slightly off now. Not perfectly straight, we're not behind the ear yet. It's usually 4 sections on something like this. Look for our guide. There we go, there's our guide. Change our scissor motion now. So I'm going to use that there, which is the same as what we cut into the back. And that, so match it up. Now, start back, the centre back, and work round to match. So how did you sort of slip up then, maybe with the cut? Did you send someone a TikTok of ours or something like that and say, I want a haircut? You know?
No,
Oh
so
man, I shouldn't have said that.
well, I wouldn't call it a slip up. But yeah, no, I just saw, you know, Sunny's video thing, and it just came up on my feed.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why. I hadn't been looking at anything to do with, you know, these days it's like it knows everything about you. It's like,
it probably reads your mind nowadays, I think, mate. I think it's got some sort of telepathic way of working, because there's things that I think of and then I see an advert and I'm like, hang on a
that's what I
minute.
mean. It's crazy.
So who did you tell?
So I went to this dinner thing with my friends the other night, and I was like, oh, I've got a surprise because one of my friends has a birthday. I was like, you see, I'll surprise you on your birthday. And then they guessed it. They were like, oh, you're getting a haircut. And I was like, how did you even...
Yeah.
I was forced into admitting it.
It must be so easy to read. Don't ever play poker
I guess so,
with these guys.
I guess so.
Right, so what I'm going to do now is a little bit of scissor over comb, just to cut into the taper at the bottom, like so, and make this kind of disguise this undercut down here now. I'm going to go a tiny bit shorter down the nape, but still keep darkness in there so we can still create that shaped neckline down the bottom there. So did you have a little bit of a kind of chat with your friends and kind of figure out what hairstyle you were looking to try and get before obviously we spoke?
Not really, because I wanted to kind of keep at least the rest of it a surprise. I mean, the consultation obviously helped as well, but...
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it just gives you a bit more of a clearer understanding of what's possible, right? In this moment right now, you know?
Yeah, I had a bit of a suspicion that the undercut might be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. It's only a problem if you've got your heart set on something. Do you get what I mean? Or you want something...
Sure,
Or it's gone too high. I think you were quite lucky that you left it long enough, though, that we could actually utilise it in the haircut. Do you get what I mean? And kind of disguise it, really.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now, before I do anything else, I'm going to cut the top in to match, okay?
Sure. It's hard to go to anyone else now, though, because you know what you've done, so I've got to come back to you. That's the strategy, isn't it?
That's the way it works, mate, you know? Right, so I'm going to take a profile section here, and I want to cut the centre shorter, and then graduate the sides into the sides, or the sides of the top into the sides. So, perfect like that. And then we want the centre to be shorter through the middle, and then graduate longer, so it kind of frames the face coming round, okay? Now, as you can see, Angel's got a very low hairline, so he's very blessed. Problem is, it does kind of make it a bit harder to do a centre part, but because his hair texture isn't like overly thick, we can manipulate it more. If you had like ridiculous, like 10 times thicker hair, that would probably just point forwards. Do you get what I mean? So if anyone's really struggling to know where to start, take a finger width section from the hairline down, from your centre part, right, or from your profile section, and cut this in first, okay? Like so. Now I want that to fall just on the eyebrows, because as that bends and moves, that's going to drop up a little bit there as well. So that's my first guide. We take another section from behind that and create our first guide. And then I'm going to cut that to where it stands up at the peak there. That bit there. Okay?
Did you go to like a school for this, or are you self-taught?
Yeah. I learned in college, but I learned a lot more being in the shop. So I learned a lot by being hands on the job. You know what I mean? That's what I found worked really well for me. Very visual learning over theory learning, I found.
I think that's usually what is the best way to learn.
I think so. I think it works really well. Well, it works well for me. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, right? But for me, it works really well. So what I would always try and do is try and learn as much as I could on the shop floor, and then I would do like learning, obviously in college as well. But it was I just found it was just better for me to learn visually over like theoretically, if that makes sense.
Definitely. You know? Especially like one of my first jobs was I started out in hospitality. I'm still there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely with the bartending stuff, especially a lot of it is you just learn on the job.
Yeah. And again, I think when I watch something, like the way I sort of teach it is very visual. I don't tend to have a pen and paper or nothing like that at all. I tend to just be like, look, I think if you know how to cut hair, you know how to hold your tools, you can follow an instruction, right? I think if it's written down, it's always good to show head shape written down. That can be a good thing, but I've always just thought, get a real person in or get a mannequin and let's just do some haircuts and let's see where we go. But no, I always think it's always nice to just get a feel for the person more than what they can write down or take in. Because I think a lot of the time, I always remember when I learned, I really struggled to learn on paper, you know. I found watching the person cut hair was much easier for me. And I think, obviously I know everyone learns differently, but that's why I'm not always for everybody to learn from. Do you get what I mean? And that's fine, that's totally fine. Other people love having handbooks and writing things down in handbooks and stuff, and that's cool as well, but I tend to just do more hands-on stuff, you know. So do you go to college to learn acting as well?
I did, I did like a 2-year performing arts college.
Oh wow.
Degree, it's not really a degree.
Have you always wanted to be an actor though?
Not really, mate. I always knew that I wanted to do something creative.
Yeah.
Because I like writing. I loved art in school. So yeah, I knew it was probably going to be something down the creative pathway, but I never knew it was acting until, I tried it, and, I did it for 2 years, and I kind of loved the way that it feels to act in front of an audience. I loved how much outside of my comfort zone it put me.
Yeah, nice, nice. So when you say put you outside of your comfort zone, what is your comfort zone?
Well, when I started, the performing arts course was obviously a triple thing. It was singing, dancing, and acting, because there wasn't like just a straight acting course near me.
Okay.
So I'd never done singing or dancing in my life.
Really? Wow, that must have been hard.
And all of a sudden it was like, oh, you've got to do this in front of like 20 or 30 people, which is not a huge audience, but still.
It's bigger than your living room on your own, though, or just your mum and dad, right? You know what
exactly.
I mean? So
I've learned to cope with it and use it.
nice. Use it to your advantage in a sense.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
That's why I love doing improv as well. I recommend it to everyone, like whatever industry you're in, because it's great.
Well, do you know what? I'll agree, because this is improv, what I do.
Yeah.
So I know my skill set, I know what I can do, but I don't know anyone who's coming in. Like, that's always been and still will always be a little secret that me and Liam have, that I have no idea who's coming. I don't know what you want. That's why I ask your name when you come in. I don't know who you are, But I love that, because what that does is that gives me that realism of, even though it's a video, and yes, you've been brought in, you're wanting to donate your hair, there's all these kind of things that are still in play. We still have not met, so I don't know what you want. I don't know, when you said, I think you mentioned at the start, you said it's changed since I applied. Mm-hmm. Doesn't make a difference to me, do you know what I mean? Because I don't know what you asked for, so,
yeah.
And I don't think many people realise that. I don't think a lot of people know that I don't know who's coming in. It's just Liam, and that's what I like, because I like that kind of improv of, I've got to like basically do it on the spot. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But the beauty of that is that what I do every single day is do things on the spot. You know what I mean? Like I do all of this on the spot, because I've never met the clients who come in half the time.
And it means you probably get more of a challenge as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's way more of a challenge, man. Yeah, definitely.
Keeps it more exciting.
Keeps it exciting. Yeah, 100%. I do genuinely, like, I've done this YouTube now for 7 years. I still really look forward to it every time I come down. Do you get what I mean? Like, I never think, oh, I can't be bothered. Like, I'm always like, yes, wonder what we're doing today. Wonder if we're doing some big transformations today. Wonder if we're doing something that I've not done before. You know what I mean?
Wonder if we're going to beat the leaderboard.
What's that? Sorry?
Wonder if we're going to beat the leaderboard.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things where there could be a style, like we had a guy in from India earlier on, right? I don't do many Indian hairstyles, if I'm honest, and they are quite different. They're quite 80s in a sense of like their volume and the type of, like, it's all about the layering. Mm-hmm. It's all about the cutting method, not necessarily all the cutting sections, more than the texture. So you don't really go to it with a razor, really. They're not looking for that kind of like messiness. They're looking for more perfection, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So that can be a challenge for me, because I'm not used to doing a lot of those styles, if I'm honest with you. You know what I mean? I just don't get a lot in the day to day. Someone comes in wanting a razor cut, mate, yeah, hands down, probably do it with my eyes shut now, But someone comes in with a particular style that is usually trend-based from a different country.
That's
a challenge, right? So I didn't, but I know what I'm doing, because I try and stay, in the loop, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's cool. It's really, really cool. I enjoy it a lot.
Well, I think that's kind of one of the reasons that I decided to do it with you guys, is because in the videos you appear to, like, you know what you're talking about, which is, it's obvious you do this for a job, but in, like, I don't know, it seemed like a comfortable space that I could come and, get your advice on stuff. And
that's good. I'm glad that comes through. So we'll work with the centre part, right? Just like that. And use the fingers on the diffuser, okay? This is like acting like your finger drying, okay? I'm going to put the taper in before we do anything else, while the hair's clipped up. Just work down this bit here. we go. So yeah, that little taper down the side there, and it leads into something else through the back. All right. So again, it's quite soft, really. It's not too harsh. You know, and I didn't want to make it, like you said, you didn't want it too harsh anyway. So I didn't want to do that too harsh for you. Okay. Point cut into this. So I'm going to finish off with some cream. So what we do. You make that through there, into the sides, and then into the back. So this is where you'll see the kind of subtlety of the modern mullet, right? So you've got the taper in the sides through there, which as you can see the sides fall in nicely, and then it falls down like that. So you've got that shape at the back, so you can see the difference in the sides there, giving that
Perfect.
modern mullet kind of vibe going on there.
Looks really cool, mate.
Does, doesn't it, man?
Yeah.
Nice, isn't it?
Great.
Keeping going, mate. Yeah, looks good, man. Looks good. So you have that kind of off-centre kind of part going on, loads of movement, loads of texture.
Am I giving off villain vibes yet?
Are you giving off villain vibes? Yeah, I don't know. What does everyone think? Is Angle giving off villain vibes? I don't know, man. I think you're giving off trendy vibes here, mate, to be honest with you. So what I'll do is I'll take off the gown and we'll measure how much hair we've got to donate. All right, mate?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go for that one. Okay. So what I need you to do, I need you to hold where the hair tie is there for me. 15 and a half? I'd say 15 and a half. Wouldn't you?
15 and a half.
Yeah, 15 and a half? Yeah. 15 and a half, man. See, I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, pretty close.
Proud of myself on that one.
I'm impressed.
Thank you very much. Right, here is your photograph.
Thank you.
Pop it up on the wall next to Chris, please. Amazing. So you, Dan and Javi, 15 and a half inches, mate.
I'm happy with that.
You should be, mate, you should be. And look at the haircut that came off.
I know, it's great.
Got an actual hairstyle as well as donating hair. So, well done, man. Appreciate you coming in. Thanks for the good cause that you've contributed to, and obviously the total inches that you've added on there as well. So, appreciate that, man.
What's that? We get to 350?
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Ish. Yeah. Amazing.
Third of the way there.
Third of the way there, mate. Thank you very much, bud.
Of course.
Thank you, man.
See you in a bit, man.
So the new total, thanks to Angel's contribution, both mathematically and hair, is 351.5. Wait, the mint nearly killed me off then.